Okay, this is a method for modeling multiplication and division that does not show up in your book. In order to use this model, you have to put yourself in the mindset of the 1950s Westerns that my parents grew up watching, where the good guy was always good, the bad guy was always bad. There was no nuance to the villain. He just did bad things because he was bad. So it wasn't like modern. So please put yourself in that mindset. So when we look at this, positives are good and negatives are bad. So to model this, if a good thing happens to the good guy, that's good. For example, if the good guy at the end of the movie rides off into the sunset with the girl, that was good. So a positive times a positive equals a positive. Yes, I know that's sexist, but it was the 1950s. Okay. So now a good thing happens to the bad guy. So, for example, the bad guy robs the bank and gets away with the money. Well, that's bad. A positive times a negative is negative. But what if a bad thing happens to the good guy? For example, the good guy gets tied to the railroad tracks and there's a train coming that's going to run over him and kill him. Well, that's bad. A negative times a positive is a negative. And finally, a bad thing happens to the bad guy. So the bad guy gets arrested and goes to jail for the rest of his life. That's good. A negative times a negative is a positive. So how we use this is you multiply the two numbers together as if they were both positive. Take that number, and then you look at the signs and use these sign rules to decide what the sign of your answer is. This works great for division. Just replace the multiplication with division, and you can use it. However, this does not work for addition and subtraction. It's not that easy. Sorry, guys. Hope this helped. You can use this anytime I tell you you can solve it any way you want, but you are going to have to demonstrate multiplying with negatives with the plus minus tiles at least once on a test or a quiz.